Hi, folks. We're in Singapore. We are traveling. I'm Leah.
I'm Mike.
And we're going to continue on looking into Singapore, a city-state of diverse delights. We have talked about a couple of really cool places you can go to if you want to get into nature or you want to get into the green that you can find in Singapore. But there's a lot of other things out there for you to enjoy if and when you make your way to Singapore. And we're going to take a look at them today. Have you had any that you have seen like on tourist guides that have told you that you've said, I really have to go and check this out?
Well, yesterday we were talking about the night safari. That sounded pretty cool. I mean, I've been to a good number of zoos around the world in my time, but never at night. So I think that would be really interesting. Often in your normal zoo, they might have sort of a nocturnal creatures pavilion.
Right.
Nocturnal meaning animals that move around and do what they do at night as opposed to during the day. During the day, it would be diurnal. So we are diurnal animals, but, bats or something like that would be a good example of a nocturnal animal. So I've seen them, but, even if it's dark, the bats they know what time it is. So you might go into this part of the zoo in the middle of the day and there's a bat, but it's like hanging from a branch and it's clearly not very, awake. So kind of seeing the animals in their element at night, I think would be pretty cool. And also it would be, speaking of cool, the temperatures would be much more comfortable at night. So I think that is definitely something I would want to check out in the first couple of days in Singapore. But today we're going to have a lot more stuff for you. If you want things that are a little bit more exciting than sleepy animals, we're definitely going to be able to satisfy you. And speaking of satisfying, food. Food is on the menu because one of the things I know about Singapore and I've been told about Singapore is the food is so good. And
Absolutely.
So let's check it out.
Let's listen to our article one time.
Beyond its wonders of plants and animals, Singapore extends its appeal by addressing a diverse range of interests with its mix of relaxation and entertainment options. The month of July is especially attractive because of the relatively dry weather and the exciting Singapore Food Festival. Here, food lovers can indulge in a food tour, sampling everything from traditional favorites like Hainanese chicken rice and laksa to desserts and innovative cuisines, all the while enjoying live music. For those in search of more leisure or entertainment, Sentosa Island is a must-visit. This integrated resort destination offers something for everyone. Thrill seekers can enjoy the rides at Universal Studios Singapore or uncover the secrets of marine life at the Sea Aquarium. If relaxation is more your pace, the artificial beaches of Siloso Beach offer a decent spot to soak up the sun. Moreover, the island is home to more than 10 five-star luxury hotels, promising a stay of exceptional comfort. For breathtaking views of the island as well as the city and harbor in between, taking a cable car ride is an experience not to be missed. Before departing Singapore through Changi Airport, spare some time for a stop at Jewel Changi Airport. Connected to the airport terminals, this impressive 10-story complex features a shopping and dining paradise with over 250 outlets from globally recognized brands, attractions that showcase the world's tallest indoor waterfall, and even a hotel. Whether you're hunting for last-minute souvenirs or you simply want to enter a world of wonder, Jewel offers a memorable finale to your travel in Singapore, a city that elegantly blends nature, culture, and innovation.
So we're going to dig right into this first paragraph as we look at the other wonders that you can find in Singapore. Beyond its wonders of plants and animals, Singapore extends its appeal by addressing a diverse range of interests with its mix of relaxation and entertainment options. And that's what we've kind of been saying, right? You get the plants, you get the animals. It is wondrous or wonderful. But Singapore tries hard to kind of extend its appeal to reach out to other kinds of audiences by, looking for a diverse range of interests, right? And that would mean, folks who want to come just to watch the racetrack races and stuff like that. Although it's not a racetrack, it's actually built into the city for the F1 race, and they shut things down for a little while and they race around
They use the city streets, don't they, to make the track? That's interesting.
Yeah, and also it has its mix of relaxation and entertainment options. Relaxation options might be things like going to the spa, sitting at the beach, going to the movies, going shopping, going for nice walks around, different things like this, things that you find relaxing. Spending all day reading a book by the swimming pool. These might be great relaxation options.
And of course, they'll also have entertainment. Everyone knows about the great shows they have there. A lot of big music groups go to Singapore, the groups that may not come to Taiwan, but they'll go there. Of course, the casinos that they have, all of that kind of stuff. So let's find out when we should go. This is also a good bit of advice here. It says the month of July is especially attractive
Doesn't that sound hot?
because of the relatively dry weather and the exciting Singapore Food Festival.
Okay.
So there is one sort of weather reason to go and another cultural reason to go. I think it's always hot in Singapore.
It's whether it's hot and wet and muggy or just hot.
Is it hot and raining or just hot and sunny? And I suppose hot and sunny is better than hot and raining. I can see why. You can enjoy the beaches around the town too in this nice dry weather. And maybe because it is so hot, maybe that's also a lower season, a lower time, a less popular time to visit. So I don't know. You might find that the prices are a little bit better
Makes sense.
in July than they might be later in the year earlier when the weather's a little cooler, but it's also rainier. But anyways, they suggest July. And also, if you are a foodie, a food fan, the Singapore Food Festival is in July. And regardless of the rain, that might be the reason to go in that month of the year. What can you do at the Singapore Food Festival? No, don't just say eat. Yes,
Indulge.
You can eat, but there's more to it than that. Obviously, you're going to go there to eat. But it says here, food lovers can, indulge in a food tour. Neat. Sampling everything from traditional favorites like Hainanese chicken rice and laksa to desserts and innovative cuisines, all the while enjoying live music. Live music and food?
And heat.
I think I'm going to live there. I'll just bring my own fan. So yes, you can definitely indulge in wondrous foods. When you indulge in something, you're kind of treating yourself. You're kind of doing something a little bit naughty, something you wouldn't normally do or you can't normally do all the time. But, I'm on holiday. I'll have that extra piece of chocolate cake. I'll have that extra cocktail for dinner. You can do other things, not just food-based. I'll sleep in. I'll get that 1-hour massage and pay a little bit too much for it, Right. So you're kind of treating yourself. You're giving yourself a luxurious treatment. You're pampering yourself in a way that you can't really or shouldn't really do it all the time. If you always have that extra piece of chocolate cake or always get the expensive massage, you'll get chubby and poor. So this is it's your birthday, you're on holiday, it's Christmas, you got a promotion,
Come on, sample some
Exactly.
things.
One time a year, why not go out and, be a little bit naughty, do the thing that you shouldn't really do, but it's a special treat. And here we are indulging ourselves with wonderful types of food, maybe eating too much, definitely eating too much. But you're doing it just for, a little while, so that's okay. We're enjoying some Hainanese chicken rice and laksa, which, of course, are both Singapore favorites. Laksa is kind of Malaysian food with that Indian, Southeast Asian influence. Hainanese chicken rice, more typically from China. That very famous chicken, a very tender chicken on the rice. And then they'll also have other things. They'll have desserts from around the world, innovative cuisines. They'll probably have great pizza or poutine or souvlaki from Greece. It's all sorts of food, and you can enjoy all of these wonderful things while enjoying live music. So they might have bands playing there in the areas where the food festival is being held. You can dance and swing. This is a good way. So you can eat that chocolate cake, and then you can go, I'm going to go dance. I'll go dance to this band for 10 minutes.
Don't do this.
And I'll work off my chocolate cake, so it's okay.
But maybe you're not specifically focused only on food, and that's when we get to this next paragraph. For those in search of more leisure or entertainment, Sentosa Island is a must visit.
You can't eat all day long.
You can, but maybe not.
Well, you could, but it's always good to take a break, 10 minutes between breakfast and lunch.
So that sounds like Sentosa Island, the focus is not so much on the food, it's focused on leisure or entertainment. I personally have never been to Sentosa Island, but I have always heard of it because there's so much to do. There's like zip line racing. I think you can ride around on one of those surfboards with somebody pulling you, not like a boat pulling you, but like a line pulling you. There's all sorts of fun things to do. There's also a lot of places to visit. And it's a little island that's, still Singapore proper, but it's just off to the side a little bit down lower. And it is a must visit. This integrated resort destination offers something for everyone. Integrated means it combines a lot of things. It mixes a lot of things together. Like an integrated learning process might involve visual learning processes with tactile learning processes and processes that are focused more on certain things like math or science or English, but they bring it all together and they combine it. That combination is the integration. So an integrated resort destination, resort being like, I don't know, like the spot you would go to on your honeymoon. It's the place you go to where you have already paid ahead of time a lot of times, and you just go to relax and enjoy. You go and get massages, you go shopping within the resort complex, you walk around, you stick your feet in the sand because your resort probably is in a beachy location a lot of the time, not always, but it's just a spot where you can pamper yourself and indulge yourself, as we mentioned earlier, and just go in and relax. It's a spot that a lot of times has luxurious elements of relaxation or recreational activities. So things that you can really enjoy. And there's something for everyone, right? We've got thrill seekers can enjoy the rides at Universal Studios Singapore or uncover the secrets of marine life at the Sea Aquarium. There's something for everyone.
Absolutely, yes. So it's a resort. It's a place that's been built purely for entertainment and enjoyment of tourists and locals alike. You can do anything there. Something for everyone, basically. Your kids can go off and play in the ball pit or ride on the roller coasters while you and your wife or your husband or whoever go off and have a luxury dinner or catch a show or something like that. They basically have something for everyone. And if you like your holiday excitement to be a little on the dangerous side, if you're into extreme sports, you might be described as a thrill seeker. A thrill is kind of a dangerous, exciting, possibly even a little bit scary experience. Riding on a roller coaster would be a thrill. Swimming with sharks, for some people, would be a thrill. Skiing down a mountain that no one has skied on. Deep powder skiing up in the backcountry.
So dangerous.
It is dangerous, but it could be a thrill too if you're a good skier and you know what you're doing. So that's the kind of thing. So not the kind of people who are just sitting by the pool with a cocktail and a book. These are the kind of people who are
seeking that kind of thrill.
Well, it's a good thing to do, but not necessarily a thrill. If you're bungee jumping or parachuting or doing exciting sports or activities like that, you could definitely be a thrill seeker. And in that case, you would enjoy the rides at Universal Studios Singapore. You would be on the roller coaster. You would be on that tower drop machine that, makes your stomach go up to your ears. And you go, wow, that was so much fun. And I go, I'm never doing that again. But anyways, you can do all that good stuff like you would at Disneyland or Leo Futuan or something like that. And then you can also have a bit of a more educational experience, possibly uncover the secrets of marine life at the Sea. That's the SEA, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Sea, the Singapore something aquarium. So you can go there. I'm not sure you can actually swim with the sharks, but you might be able to see them feed the sharks or something. So that would be cool. And of course, they'll have lots of other wonderful sea creatures for you and your kids and anyone else who likes that stuff to enjoy. But if you've had enough thrills, or if maybe thrills just aren't that thrilling for you, you like your pleasure to be a little more relaxed and calm and safe. If relaxation is more your pace, the artificial beaches of Siloso Beach offer a decent spot to soak up the sun. You will find me sitting by the beach with my book and my cocktail.
Absolutely. Let's take a little break here. We'll come back in a minute and look at the sentence again, but first let's listen to our Chinese teacher.
听众朋友大家好，我是 Anna。我们昨天带大家去新加坡看了滨海湾花园，还有夜间野生动物园。今天要去哪里呢？其实就如文章一开始告诉我们的，不仅拥有动植物的奇观，接下来我们要看一下这个休闲娱乐到底要去哪里啊？我们要去圣淘沙岛，然后还有呢， 其实啊，甚至在樟宜机场啊这边的星耀樟宜这个综合大楼，其实也有很多好逛的耶。所以文章一开始，因为这是2天的文章嘛，一定要承先启后，所以在第一段啊，先告诉我们，除了动植物的奇观，还结合休闲娱乐，满足各种不同的兴趣的人呢，都可以来到新加坡。这个第一句就要先承先，然后启后。然后第一段就直接告诉我们，7月其实特别吸引人呢，因为天气还不错哦，相对干燥，然后还有新加坡的美食节，然后大家就可以吃美食啊，品尝什么海南鸡饭啊、拉萨啊这些等等之类的。不过在第一段我们特别注意一下第3句哦，第3句这边出现了分词构句，那这个分词构句呢，就出现在句中的地方，逗点之后的 sampling， 原本的这边的 sampling 应该是动词 sample， 就是品尝这个动作，那主词前面当然就是 food lovers。Food lovers can do something. Do something 出现了第一个动词 indulge in the food tour。逗点之后本来应该会有 and， 而且可以品尝。那如果主词都相同，就做2个动作，那其实本身几乎就是同一件事情。总而言之就是吃美食嘛，不管是吃一份还是稍微品尝，这个连接词就可以省略。所以后面这个动词 ing 啊，也叫做一种分词构句，因为它就是一个句子的简化。不过后面 everything from 从什么样的食物到什么样的食物，那个 to 也要抓出来，从 from 跟后面的拉萨有没有？拉萨后面的 to 这边抓出来，因为句子一长之后啊，这个介系词有时候截断啊，就不容易找。那最后面的逗点之后 all the while 表示时间。整个7月份呢，不管你怎么样呢，这整个你在新加坡的时间啊，都可以享受这个传统的美食，然后享受现场音乐的演出。所以时间给我们了 all the while enjoying， 这个 enjoy 的动词 ing 也算是一种连接词省略的分词构句哦。所以其实从第一个 indulge， 第二个动词 sample 变成 sampling， 第3个动词 enjoy 变成 enjoying，这整句话就是有一种动感的情况。那接着在第2句呢，我们就第2段啊，我们就来到了圣淘沙岛。那当然除了吃东西啊、听音乐之外，还是要看一下嘛。圣淘沙到底要看什么东西呢？基本上你可以到新加坡的环球影城啦，或者是到海洋馆啦，甚至到西罗索海滩，它有个人造沙滩哦，甚至还有很多很多的这个5星级酒店，让你可以有很棒的一个住宿体验。所以第2段就提到，除了说我们看这个夜间动物园啦，或者我们吃美食啦，还可以去什么地方。不过在这里回归到第2段啊，我们就要看段落当中有提到3个复合字。第一个复合字是第1句的最后面 must visit， 我们看到 must 跟 visit 中间用一个 hyphen 连字号。好，这个连字号我们稍微讲一下哦。基本上它的宽度就是一个字母那么宽，这个叫做连字号。如果是2个字母以上的那个所谓的破折号的话呢，破折号通常用于说明解释。那短短的这个一个字母宽的连字号，就是把字跟字连在一起，让它变成一个字就好了。所以我们说复合字。那这个 must visit 真的就是字面上必须参观，但是它变成一个名词，就是一个必须参观的地方。有时候我们会在这种旅游杂志啊或文章会看到什么地方 is a must see， 有时候那个 must see 也很常用，也是一样 must 加上 see see 中间用个连字号，这第一个复合字。那接下来的第2个复合字呢，我们就看到第3句的地方，就是如果你很喜欢寻求一些刺激，有没有就可以到新加坡的环球影城啊。第3句前面的 thrill seeker 也是跟第1句我们刚刚说的这个复合字感觉很像呢。前面这个 thrill 就是站立很兴奋的意思，后面的 seeker 呢则是从动词 seek 寻求后面加上 er 变成寻求者。寻求什么呢？当然就是寻求 thrill， 所以喜欢刺激的人叫做 thrill seeker。那这种复合字就可以直接加 s 就是用复数是 OK 的。那第3个复合字在哪里呢？第3个复合字 就出现在同样第二段第5句的地方。有没有看到5星级的 5 star？ 5星就是字面上直接用 5跟 star 连结成为一个字。像以前我们国中不是会学我妹妹10岁 My sister is 10 years old， 我也可以说我妹妹是一个10岁的小女生 10-year-old girl， 有没有 10 加上连字号 year 加上连字号 old， 这就是数字再加上单位，这也可以成为一个复合字。
All right, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back. So we figured out where we're going to find Mike and probably myself. I'm going to be sitting there by the pool as well, reading my book, because relaxation is more my pace, the speed at which I like to go. If you think of the hare, the hare and the tortoise, right? The pace that the hare had was very, very fast, and he was going so fast, but he got bored, so he took a nap. The pace of the tortoise was slow and steady. And that's why we say slow and steady wins the race, because he just kept on going while the hare took the nap and he just went right by him. My pace would probably be that slower pace. I probably would be on those artificial beaches of Silosa Beach, where there would be a decent spot to soak up the sun. Artificial meaning man-made. I think a lot of beaches slowly these days probably have some element of being man-made, because with your rising, currents, tides and currents with the change of climate, you have a lot of sand that gets kind of washed away. Maybe other spots have it show up. Who knows? Then it wouldn't be an artificial beach, but artificial in terms of it being man-made. Decent spot. I mean, it's a pretty good spot. Not bad. It's quite all right. Here, it's a compliment. It's not an insult, but you can say he was a decent student, which means he was an okay student. He wasn't the best student ever, but he was okay. This is a decent spot to soak up the sun. Moreover, the island is home to more than 10 5-star luxury hotels, promising a stay of exceptional comfort. So there's hotels. They're 5-star luxury hotels. I don't think we need to explain that any more than it is. It's fancy, and that you can be enjoying that so much that you will find yourself in a place of exceptional comfort, super comfortable. And for breathtaking views of the island, as well as the city and harbor in between, you can take a cable car ride. So this is something else that should not be missed. These are things that you will enjoy. These are things that you will have a lot of fun with. You will be amazed by the views that will take your breath away. It's breathtaking views. And you'll look at the city, and you'll look at the harbor, and you'll sit in your cable car, and you'll ride around, kind of like Malkong, but right in Singapore.
Sounds absolutely wonderful. We should also mention about that aquarium. I'm sure most of you know it's kind of like a zoo, but it has sea creatures in it. So that's something you definitely want to check out before you leave Singapore. I know I would. I love aquariums. But yes, it's time to leave.
I like leaving Singapore.
You like leaving Singapore?
It's
Why?
fun.
Because your credit card will get a break?
That too, because of Changi Airport. It's just so amazing.
Okay. So it's got a nice airport, which will make you sort of sad to leave, possibly, or maybe just sad that your plane didn't get delayed. So you couldn't spend more time at this wonderful airport. Let's find out about the airport. It says, before departing Singapore through Changi Airport, spare some time for a shop at Jewel Changi Airport. All right, so it has this title, this name. We know that that's the name with the capital letters. I'm assuming this is kind of like a shopping mall that's connected to the airport. And if you like that, and if your credit card hasn't, had a heart attack and died on you already, you could spare some time for a stop to shop at the Jewel Changi Airport. When you spare something, you kind of leave a little bit on the side to use later on. All right. This is using spare as a verb. We can also use it as an adjective. I have some spare time. I have some spare food in case you're hungry. It's in the fridge. I have some spare change. I can lend you some. And in the back of your car, you'll have an extra or spare tire. And when something is spare, you save it or you keep it or you have it for use later on. It will be useful in the future. If you're sparing something, for using this word as a verb, you are actually taking that time or that thing and you're kind of putting it on the side, to have extra. So if you can spare some time, your colleague might want to ask you some questions for 5 minutes. If you can spare some time, here's a really funny internet video you should watch or something like that. So if you can find a little bit of extra time in your normal routine, there are other things you can do with that spare or extra time. So if you are able to get to the airport, an hour early or something like that, this might be a good time to go over to Jewel Changi Airport. And it will be very easy because apparently it's connected, it's linked to the airport itself. You don't even have to go outside into that terrible Singapore weather.
That's definitely the case. So it's connected to the airport terminals. Terminals are normally the different areas where you go to board planes to different areas. A lot of times you have domestic terminals and international terminals. Domestic terminals being ones where the flights that will leave from those different gates at the terminal are going from one place within a country to another place within a country. International terminals, you often go from domestic to international and have to go through security one more time, except for San Francisco Airport. It's pretty awesome for that. You just go through a door and you're magically in the international terminal. But international terminals, they will go from a domestic location at the gates there to an international location in another country. And in this situation, our terminals are connected to this whole complex, and it's an impressive 10-story complex. Complex here means a combination of a lot of things. I don't even know, a building that holds like shopping and hotels and art exhibits and nature exhibits and things like that. That's what I think of when I think of a complex. And this particular one features a shopping and dining paradise with over 250 outlets from globally recognized brands. Have to admit, the food part of it, definitely fun. The shopping part of it in airports, I'm always a little bit intimidated by the price tags personally. And fun to look at sometimes because a lot of times in airports, they'll have shops that have things you don't see every day, right? New electronics, cool new bag styles, things like that. And these attractions that showcase the world's tallest indoor waterfall and even a hotel. So they just threw that in there. The showcasing of the world's tallest indoor waterfall, the Jewel Waterfall, that is absolutely amazing. You go into this space where you can just sit around a waterfall that's falling out of a hole in the ceiling, and you're just sitting there with a lot of other people, and it's really cool and laid back. And I think they do light shows at night and things like that. Absolutely fascinating. So they showcase that. They make it stand out among all the other things that are out there. It makes you go, hey, you gotta check this out. This is the really popular thing to go and see. They also have butterfly gardens. They have the first rooftop swimming pool in an airport. They have movie theaters that have free movies. And they have this sculpture called Kinetic Rain that has these raindrops that are, I think, bronze or something like that are just kind of dropping from the sky in different orders.
Very, very interesting. So clearly people are going to this place just to go to this place.
Yeah.
It's not only travelers who miss their plane staying at the hotel. People are probably treating the Jewel Changi Airport as a holiday destination on its own. So that's a very interesting thing you might want to work into your travel plans if that appeals to you. Whether you're hunting for last-minute souvenirs or you simply want to enter a world of wonder, Jewel, that's the short name for Jewel Changi Airport, Jewel offers a memorable finale to your travel in Singapore, a city that elegantly blends nature, culture, and innovation. So whether here it's kind of like if you're hunting for last-minute souvenirs or if you simply want to enter a world of, it doesn't matter. It kind of satisfies everyone. Those people who are doing some last-minute shopping, souvenirs, of course, those things you buy on holiday to remember your trip or the place that you went, maybe also to serve as gifts for people back home when you come back. Or maybe you just want to enter a world of wonder and destroy another credit card. Jewel offers a memorable ending, a memorable finale, a grand ending to sort of wrap up your trip or your travel in Singapore. And it describes Singapore here, I think, fairly accurately as a city, or a city-state even, that elegantly blends nature, we've seen that, culture, we've had some of that, it was delicious, and innovation. And certainly a indoor waterfall would I think, count as an innovation.
Oh, my,
Something
yes.
very new and very cool.
Absolutely cool. All right, folks, let's listen to our Chinese teacher one more time.
所以在这样子的一个情况之下呢，我们就看一下啦，岛上有很多的5星级酒店啦，然后圣淘沙岛也有环球影城啊、海洋馆啊，有很多好玩的地方。不过接下来的这个第二段第5句啊，我们还是要看一下，它有关系子句的简化哦。关系子句简化就出现在句子中间逗点之后 promising 这个地方。promising 啊，它其实是代替的是 which promise， 一定要用which哦，因为它是逗点补充说明的关系子句。补充说明什么啊？补充说明先行词这个逗点超过时间5星级的豪华大饭店。这时间怎么样呢？我们已经 focus 在圣淘沙岛上面的10多间的5星级的饭店哦，所以逗点只要补充说明一下这些饭店、这些酒店 which promise 就承诺可以给我们一个什么样的一个住宿体验，它是一个关系子句的简化。那当然除了圣淘沙岛上面的豪华酒店之外，还可以乘坐缆车啦，去看一下圣淘沙。那最后面在这个第二段第6句的地方，我们可以把 as well as 抓出来。as well as 在这边就很单纯，把它当成一个 and 连接词就可以了。因为我们曾经说 as us 的句型如同一样的怎样如何如何 as well as something 像什么一样的好，有没有？在这里很单纯，因为 as well as 本身可以当成 and 连接的概念。好，最后面当我们要离开这个新加坡的时候啊，就要前往机场啦。我们刚刚说这个机场啊，旁边有一个这个综合大楼叫做星耀樟宜。那这个综合大楼基本上就是跟机场的航厦是相通的，而且它是10层楼的综合大楼哦。我们在这一段特别注意一下第2句的地方。第2句也有一个分词构句，它就是逗点之后 and 连接词省略的一个分词构句。我们看到句子前面的 connected 表示被动，被和什么连接在一起？被和机场连接在一起。谁呀？逗点之后才出现真正的主词，所以主词就是 this impressive 10-story complex 这个10层楼的综合大楼是被跟机场连接的哦，而且它主打的是一个可以购物、可以吃东西的一个 paradise。那当然后面还有一个限定用法关系子句，逗点之后的 attractions 是先行词， that 一直到 waterfall 这个地方可以左右挂号起来， that 就是代替前面的 attraction， 形成一个限定用法的关系子句。好，如果我们真的有空的话，或许可以去新加坡参观的3天或者是4天。那到底要去哪些地方呢？可以参考这2篇文章的内容哦。以上是我们今天的内容，我是安娜，我们下次见。
All right, thanks everyone. Leah and I are about to pack our loosest pants to go off to the Singapore Food Festival.
Woo!
Maybe we can run into you there. And if we don't, we would definitely encourage you to follow AMC on Facebook and many other places on social media. There are wonderful learning tips there, great lessons, and you'll be able to spend more time with our colorful cast of characters here at AMC. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you very soon back here with more good stuff in the near future once we get back from Singapore. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.